You want prime rib? We've got prime rib. Yeah, that's right. Holiday season is upon us, and one of the most popular things that people want to make for Christmas dinner or holiday dinner is a prime rib roast. Well, we're going to show you two, not one, but two ways to do your prime rib on a big green egg kamado, whatever you're cooking on, okay? We're going to do one straight smoked, and we're going to do one on the rotisserie. Yes, the rotisserie. So we're going to prepare them both the same exact way, salt, pepper, garlic. We're going to put them on there, and we're going to have some phenomenal eating. Did you know in Europe they say if you eat this, it's actually good luck for the next year? We're going to open these up. What should I use to open these up? How about a knife? All right, what the butcher did for me is you can ask your local butcher, and they'll do this for you, is they actually cut the bones off for me already and then retied it. The bones add a lot of flavor. They conduct heat. It's a really great thing. A lot of people think that you can't have a good piece of meat without a bone in it. So I got them, they cut it, they retied it back on for me. So that's a beautiful thing. We're going to keep the seasoning on this really simple. It's kosher salt, pepper, and garlic. That's it. But we're going to add a little bit extra, and this is my little secret, so I don't want you to tell anybody about this, but we're going to take some garlic cloves, we're going to slice them, we're going to cut holes down in the meat and actually push the garlic cloves down in the meat so that as it's cooking, all that juice from the garlic is going to spread all throughout the whole meat and give it extra flavor on the insides. Okay, there, garlic insertion completed. Now the next step is to season it. Like I said, we're going to use just plain old kosher salt, we need some garlic powder, and fresh cracked black pepper. If it ain't fresh cracked, don't even bother. You gotta have that, all right? But you can use anything as a binder here. A lot of people will use mayonnaise, some people use mustard. You could take mayonnaise and mix it with a little horseradish and some herbs, rub that on there. Oh yeah, that's a good binder. We're gonna use duck fat spray. I love this stuff, it's a great binder, adds a great flavor, adds a little bit of crispiness to the skin on the outside, like if you're making poultry or something like that. It's available on our website, you can click the link below. Now when it comes to the salt, you want to put a lot of salt on here. We're trying to create a crust on this. So make sure you put plenty of salt on here. It will help form a beautiful crust and add a ton of flavor to the meat. Now the big question, why did Ron season the whole meat and everything like that if the grills aren't even lit yet? Well, I'll tell you why. Because we want to let these things get as close to room temperature, let them come up to temperature before we put them on the grill, all right? So we seasoned them, that took a little while. Now we're gonna let them sit out while we light the grill and let them come to temperature. What that happens is that with all the seasoning on it, that moisture pulls up out of the steak, grabs a hold of that seasonings, and pulls it back down into that meat, adding flavor all throughout. One of the complaints that I hear about prime rib is that, I got to the center, it didn't have a lot of flavor. This should have plenty of flavor between the garlic that we inserted in it and all the seasonings on the outside. I like to take a aluminum half pan, I cut it in half and can combine them together. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna set this in the middle and set the charcoal on both sides of this so that you're not having any flames or heat directly under the roast. The reason being is this thing is gonna drip a lot. Putting this on here, you're gonna go from one side through the other. But what you want to do is make sure you try and go in the middle so that the weight is kind of evenly distributed, otherwise you're going to burn out your motor. So let's put this as close as we can to the middle and go right through. Now the next step is to put these on. They're held in place by these little screws here. So we're going to put it on here, it just slides right on. You want to make sure you're going right into the meat here. So make sure you're piercing the meat. And we're going to center this once we get it on the grill. So let's see, there we go. She's ready for a spinning. Woo, this is gonna be good. Just take it, slip it right into this little hole here. Goes right in, sits in there, and turn it on. We've got this baby spinning away, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our thermometer in here. Today we're gonna be using a Meater wireless thermometer. It's great for a rotisserie because there's no wires to get interfered anywhere. So we're gonna plug this into it, we're gonna cook it to about 125 degrees, then we're gonna rest it for about a half hour tented. Okay, this one has risen up to temperature. Oh, get it? So it's at 275. Let's open her up. We're gonna throw this baby in here. If you notice, I put a water pan down on the bottom here. I'm gonna fill that up with water as well after I put this on. So set that right in the center there and close her down. You hear that? That means the meter's telling us that our prime rib is done on the rotisserie. So let's check it out. Oh my God, is that beautiful? Now that is a thing of beauty. Look at that gorgeous color all around. It's perfect. Look at the juices. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna rest this. You gotta rest this for at least 15 minutes, at least. What that does is it gives all the juices inside a chance to reabsorb and to redistribute themselves throughout the meat. So, okay, so we're gonna take a piece of aluminum foil. I'm not gonna wrap it in foil. Just gonna do what's known as loosely tenting it. And take it and just cover it up a little bit. Keep some of the heat in, okay? Let's give it a quick cut right down the middle and see what we got. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful pink, straight through. Ah, that is gorgeous. Before we bite into it, which I'm dying to bite into this, look how beautiful it is, nice and pink. I'd probably cut it to a little bit lower temperature next time, maybe like 120 or something like that. But you can see it's still got this nice vein of fat running through it. This is what's called the spinalis. This is the outside cap of the ribeye, and this is the heart of the ribeye. So I think there's only one thing left to do. My favorite part. Cut a little piece of that spinalis off and give it a whirl. Whoa! Mmm. Yeah. Really good. Choice, Angus. Mmm. Salt, pepper, garlic. That's it. We still got our other one finishing up. It's got about another 5 or 10 degrees to go. 117, we're pulling it off. So, I'll grab my handy dandy. These are pretty cool. These are actually turkey lifters. If you have a set, they're pretty handy for doing things just like this. Ooh, ee, look at that. That gorgeous or what? I mean, look at it, the beautiful coloring. Everything looks gorgeous. As tempting as it might be to cut into right now, don't forget the rest. It's really important. Again, loosely tent, not wrapping it. We just want to hold the heat in, not make it continue to cook. So, like I said, 10-minute rest, and then slice away to the pinky goodness of prime rib. I can't wait. All right, now let's take these bones out of here. Okay, as you can see, look at that, fully separated. We are ready for slicing. So we take our aluminum foil, get rid of that, up, and let's see what we've got here. We can take our, remember our jus? Just gonna take this and just pour it right into a bowl here. And boom, built-in dipping sauce. That's all you need right there. It's done. It's just all the drippings from the meat, some water. Some people like to add a beef broth to it. I think we're gonna have plenty of beefy flavor in there. So it's just for dipping, it's nothing else, that's all. That's sliced pretty beautifully. That looks gorgeous. You wanna finish it off nicely? Get yourself some black lava salt. Just give it a little sprinkle right across the top. And there's only one thing left to do from there. Dig in. So let's see what we got here. But actually, before we dig in, stop, rewind, check this out. I want to show a couple things. Now, this is the one that we smoked or roasted. And you can see here, it's got a nice little smoke ring around the outside. You see these pieces of garlic in here? They are just full of flavor. When I bit into the other one, you could just taste that garlic in there. So, now that we know all about that, now it's time to taste it a little piece. So, got a nice little piece of the spinalis, the end cap here. I'm gonna dip it in my au jus. The au jus is nothing but the drippings that were below the meat. So, we've got that. Cheers. Shut the front door. That is outstanding. Oh my God. You put this on your holiday table, you are going to be the star that you'll be in everyone's will. You'll be the star of the family. It's outstanding. I wasn't looking to do a comparison here. Cooking it on a rotisserie and smoking it, there's two very different ways of doing it. I'm not trying to compare them because they're both sensational. All right, they're both really good. I mean, like, I'd be happy to serve this to anybody, and I do mean anybody. This will convert a vegetarian right here. Beautiful, tender, moist meat inside, juicy, pink, garlicky, so good. Like I said, you set this out for your holiday presentation, you're gonna be the hit. So remember, get out and get some prime rib for yourself. Put one on a rotisserie. Put it on a big green egg. Put it on whatever grill you're cooking on. Leave me a comment below, please. Tell me what grill you're cooking on. I want to know exactly what grill you're cooking on. Please, I'm curious to know because we're doing some research right now. So, like, get that for me. Give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, hit subscribe, do all that good stuff. But most of all, get out and grill. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time on The FOGO Life, and have a great holiday.